Thanks for tuning back in. I'm Tommy Campbell, still bald, still in my basement, and still grateful to be here. A rather successful actor friend of mine sent me an in memoriam piece noting all the legends we lost in 2023, and he said it would be really cool to be in one of these one day. I think it's really cool to be alive, and I think they would rather be alive. We are lucky to be here. Jesse Waters invited a fortune teller on his primetime Fox show, and it didn't go well. Neither Jesse or the psychic saw it coming, and I have a laugh getting into the latest Fox fail, mock bits from Ron DeSantis and Haley's Iowa town hall, Trump's Melanie stunt double lawyer, Alina Habba, posted a heavily photoshopped picture and made quite a gaffe with her step-up comments about Brett Kavanaugh and the Supreme Court that I'll be getting into. Plus, I check in with Marjorie Taylor Greene and Alex in the bunker and more. But first, this.
I've got to get Christmas shopping done, Brandon. Can you believe I waited? I procrastinated again this year. I procrastinated again this year. I procrastinated again this year.
What is it like for Mike Lindell to go Christmas shopping? How do you get that done? Everybody recognizes you, don't they?
Yeah, it's very hard. I haven't. It's been as each year I'll actually probably have my phone and kind of running from spot to spot, but
I love that in Lindell's final post of 2023, he left us with another video from his car and another new word, a late Christmas gift for all. I do find it hilarious that his products are no longer in big box stores, something he dumps MAGA tears about constantly, yet here he is dragging himself to the big box stores so we can walk around hoping to be recognized so he can pose for selfies where people used to buy his lumpy pillows. I know Lindell struggled with figuring out selling online retail, but you'd think at this point he'd know you could also buy stuff on the internet. I gotta be honest, if I saw Lindell in a mall, I would love to follow him around and see him struggle with everything, taking the stairs to avoid the elevator ninjas and all. Also, Mike, if you have to shop in person and you don't want to be recognized, just scale back on the mustache dye for the day. Not that hard. It is pouring MAGA tears. Thanks for making this show happen. Join the good people in the comments and laugh along while I blast the latest and stupid and more. And now Jesse Waters invites a psychic from my wife's homeland to give some predictions for 2024 because instead of just lying and ignoring facts, they're now going the fortune teller route. And it doesn't go well.
The English psychic who is on set to give us a reading right now. I would like, Paula, for you to give me a reading on President Trump.
Just the one card?
One card.
One card. Let's do just one card. We like that one.
Okay, does she wear that jewelry to show off how much she makes from fleecing suckers? I'll never get the necklace thing. Ladies, have you ever had a man on top of you and thought, you know what this session needs? Some cold gold dangling in my face, thwacking it with every thrust.
What is that?
I mean, I do recognize that I'm at Fox TV. I am a sense of loss. A sense of loss, but it's very specific. No, let me move on. It's a sense of loss. It's as if he may be thinking more about what he's lost and not still taking full advantage of what he still has.
That's a great interpretation, Paula.
It's true. It's true. I mean,
Even Jessie is amazed how well she spun the loss when it's clear she drew the worst card possible in front of Fox viewers who are the type to fall for folks like her. I couldn't resist and had to look her up. Paula Roberts, a few podcasts, an ultra-low budget documentary, one episode of Unsolved Mysteries, Season 1. I'll give you a few points for that, Paula, but you already knew that, right? I was 9 when that show came out, and I can't see the poster without hearing the theme song and feeling a bit scared. Well, her testimonials, she has those. They're from Yelp and Facebook, so that's rather hilarious. Open to all. Not good for kids, dogs not allowed, no Wi-Fi. I guess she doesn't want you Googling her. Until you can call the precise outcomes of sporting events and winning lottery numbers, you're full of it. And telling us, oh, that's not how it works is a load of BS. Now, this brings me to a great documentary. If you've not seen it, An Honest Liar. This is about the life and career of the renowned stage magician turned scientific skeptic of the paranormal, James Randi. The film brings to life Randy's intricate investigations that publicly exposed psychics, faith healers, and con artists with quasi-religious fervor. It is fantastic. 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. Check it out.
Happy anniversary to all the jailed patriots who threw their lives away for an Epstein heir, frequent flying, diapered con man that couldn't even make a casino profitable or close an umbrella. I love you.
This is really cool.
Ron DeSantis and Caitlin Collins had a duel of the heels. Not sure who's higher. I'll go with DeSnot-Nose. His performance was described as incredible by Republicans.
Thanks, CNN. So I heard the other day someone say that Caitlin Collins had some basketball skills. Now, I don't know if that was a mistake or not, but I know in Iowa they have a Caitlin Clark. So I just wanted to give you this as a memento. And just respectfully, if the game's on the line and we need a buzzer beater, I'm going with Clark over Collins. So
rest assured, her free throws and her threes are much better than mine, Governor. But
you see, when you begin your town hall with a gift to pay off the moderator, see, Republicans, they'll be impressed. He's just pulling a Clarence Thomas. The thing is, they are not the same names. Iowa Hawkeyes guard Caitlin Clark is spelled with a C. Caitlin Collins is with a K. And that just shows how desperate and stupid Ron DeSantis was to try and make a connection to Iowa and the moderator via teen basketball. He'd be better off giving the jersey to Matt Gaetz.
if you were president, would you eliminate the federal income tax?
Can I stop dreaming? Wouldn't you like to eliminate the IRS and have, what I would want is, I think I would eliminate the IRS, have a single rate, and just do like a flat tax. I think that would be the ideal tax system to be able to take away the distortions. And what happens is...
Well, the last person to float the flat tax was Ted Cruz, and his run didn't go so well. The flat tax sounds exciting and simple, but it'll never happen. Business is far too complex. Have you ever traveled for work and they put you up in a nice hotel because it was expensed? Sorry, flat tax, no write-offs. Back to economy and enjoy the Holiday Inn. And again, Ron, that's Caitlin with a K. With a K. Totally different name. Not even close. Thank you. I see every tip from pennies to dollars. They are hugely appreciated and help make this show possible. If you love what I do here and you can afford to help out, throw me a buck with the PayPal link in the pinned comment or drop me a super thanks with this button. And please take 2 seconds after this video to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. These things are free and help the show grow. Thank you.
Could you please explain to us your rationale for pardoning Mr. Trump when he's been associated with so much division and chaos in our country?
Nikki had to take her time with that one because she thought she was talking to Mitch McConnell. I mean, wow, just wow, look at her. Incredible.
When you talk about a pardon, the person has already been found guilty. You know, when it comes to President Trump, he still has to face, and we'll find out whether he's guilty or not. But if we're talking about a pardon, you're assuming he's guilty, because nobody gets pardoned if you're not guilty. For me, it's not about guilt or innocence. It's about what's in the best interest for the country. And I don't think our country will move forward with an 80-year-old president sitting in jail that allows our country to continue to be divided. We have to move on past that. And so I honestly do believe, just like they did with Nixon, you've got to say what's in the best interest of the country. And I think pardoning Trump and moving on is in the best interest of our country if we're going to heal and if we're going to get back together and get out of the chaos.
Letting people walk free, that's how the healing process works? No. Lock him up. And he's not going to be sitting in jail. He's going to be crying in the showers. Fingers crossed.
And to bring a divided state together and avoid riots and protests, the way we did that was I knew half of South Carolinians saw the Confederate flag as heritage and tradition. The other half of South Carolinians saw it as slavery and hate. My job wasn't to judge either side. My job was to get them to see the best of themselves.
You should definitely judge people for having crap views like being cool with slavery. Being open to this stuff is absurd. The end.
But it is time that we deal with this in the way that we should deal with this. Instead of living in fear, let's do something about it. We have got to deal with the cancer that is mental health. We have to. 1 in 3 people have a mental health issue. But if treated, they can live a perfectly normal life. What we see is 80% of mass shooters are in some sort of crisis at the time that they do that. We've got to do better. The problem is we don't have enough mental health therapists.
They always say it's not guns, it's mental health, yet they are the party fighting against universal health care and for universal gun ownership. It's the guns. That's it. It's the guns. There are crazy people in every country. There are depressed people in every country. There are people struggling mentally in every country. But only one country has this many guns, and they're the one with all the shootings.
I think it should be a slam dunk in the Supreme Court. I have faith in them. You know, people like Kavanaugh, who the president fought for, who the president went through hell to get into place. He'll step up. Those people will step up, not because they're pro-Trump, but because they're pro-law, because they're pro-fairness. And the law on this is very clear.
He'll step up. He fought for him. She's on Fox straight up saying he owes Trump. Quid pro quo. The great thing about her blabbing out her bicycle pump accident lips about Brett making a decision because Trump made him will actually make it harder for Kavanaugh to favor Trump. He may even have to recuse himself. Alina spent New Year's at Mar-a-Lago posting this picture that had the internet and everyone just going, huh? Here's the original. Yeah, you can't polish a turd, but bless her for trying. She rang in 2024 with Diaper Dawn, Vanilla Ice, and a Ninja Turtle. You know you're not a real billionaire when the best you can do is hire the one-hit wonder who stole the bass line from Under Pressure and get one of the waiters in a Ninja Turtle outfit from Party City. To be fair, this Ninja Turtle keeps busy in Florida. Matt Gaetz hired him for his girlfriend's birthday party. Ice Ice Baby, released in 1990, and Michelangelo is not exactly ringing in the new year with Taylor Swift or connecting with the youth of today. You know, the way that Vivek does at the back of a pub. And by the way, thanks for voting. The fighter you chose was Hat to the Max guy. I don't know if he's got a small hat or a big head, but you predicted he could do some damage.
Alex here, still in the bunker with Marjorie again. Good dude. The new year is off to an incredible start. As you know, for a long time, my sweet Georgia Gremlin has been angling for a position with Donald Trump. Yes, the idea of Marjorie being a vice president has been floated, but while I've been cast to the side like Ron DeSantis in an interview while Casey blabs and he pretends he's a man, it appears that I will get my day in the sun. Donald Trump Jr. has suggested that I would be good in Trump's White House and has put me forward for a press secretary position. This is America, baby. All you have to do is make up horrible lies about a tragedy, push them on your window-licking base, lose $1 billion in court, and you are next in line for a government job with an equally stupid fella who used to run teen beauty pageants and fly Epstein Air. Oh, but his trips didn't count, okay? Let's get this straight. His trips did not count. Out of all the regulars, he was just the guy who dug his bone spurs in the sand and said, "Not today, brother. Not today." Now, there is some slight jealousy from my Mel Gibson-headed blonde meat swamp, but I've combated that by making a briefing room where we take turns asking each other tough questions like 3 + 3, what color is a red light, and where's the sausage? Now, I'm happy to get things going with a little role play, but when she's being all Democrat journalist on me, the most important thing Marjorie Taylor Greene needs to cover are the ogre feet, and we are not talking the Shrek kind with like heart and comic value. I love Shrek. This is the under the bridge type when you're looking for a drifter who will do some pretty crazy things for $20 and a can of Old Milwaukee. So I've heard. We are talking worm toes, so twisted they look like the rusty mass of abandoned chains at an inner city bike rack. You keep those tetanus toes away from these eyes, okay? If I see one sliver of feet that look like the clown at Matt Gaetz' girlfriend's birthday took one of his long orange balloons and used a turkey baster to dump in a tin of home-style New England clam chowder, tied the top, and crammed it in one of those big foam Kanye flip-flops, because what is the rule, MTG?
The socks stay on.
The socks stay on.
If you think this dude's funny, you must live in a basement too, LOL. MAGA Tears. Nearly all conspiracy theories are now a known truth. Well, when will you admit that you suppress what was really happening? Admit your lies, Tommy boy. MAGA Tears. Good thing you went to Harvard, an officer in the armed forces, and a lawyer. MAGA Tears. The great thing about her blabbing out her bicycle pump accident lips...
But I've combated that by making a briefing room where we take turns asking each other super tough questions like 3 + 3, what color is a red light? Where's the sausage?
Neither Jesse or the psychic saw it coming, and I have a laugh getting into the latest Fox fail, mock bits from Ron DeSantis and Haley's Iowa town hall.
We are talking worm toes so twisted they look like the rusty mass of abandoned chains in inner city bike rack. You keep those tetanus toes. If I see one sliver of feet that look like the clown at Matt Gates' girlfriend's birthday party, took one of the long orange balloons and used a turkey baster to dump in a tin of home-style New England clam chowder,